Hey guys, just math, y'all. We're working on some fractions here, and it's just math fractions. It's just math. Fractions is just math. It's just math, y'all. You can do it. You can do this. It's just math. Okay, here we go. Wrong one. Let's try here. There we go. We were talking about reducing a fraction or putting in the lowest term, and I gave you two methods, the general math method or the algebraic method. Now, I like the algebraic method because I don't like to sit there and think what goes into. And I can always do what times what. So to me, I like the algebraic method, but that's not you. You can use the calculator method. It doesn't matter. So now we're going to multiply fractions. Now this one is super important. Of all the things that we do, the multiplying the fraction, this is the one that's really important. Okay, and the algebraic method is the preferred method here, in my opinion. Okay, so we're going to look at multiplying fractions, the general math method, and then we'll look at the same problem with the algebraic method. So say we have 16 over 51 times 3 over 10. Okay, so now the general math method says multiply the numerators. Remember, numerators north. And so if I multiply the numerators, I'm going to do 16 times 3. And if I multiply that, well, I have to go to my scratch paper because I don't have a calculator. 16 times 3, 3 plus 1 is 4. I get 48. And then it says multiply the denominators. So 51 times 10. I do not need my scratch paper for 51 times 10 because that's 51 with a 0 on it. And now I have to simplify this. I have to come up with numbers to simplify this. So I have to come up with something that goes into both 48 and 510. So this is going to take me a minute. So that would be 2. That might be, I might be able to come up with something bigger, but we're going to start with 2. It's always good to sum up with something bigger, and that would be, ooh, I got to go to my scratch paper because I don't have a calculator. You have a calculator? You do it for me. Go for it. I don't have a calculator. If I get it wrong, you're going to let me know, right? It's 255. Okay, so now what else goes into that? Well, 2 doesn't. Well, does 3? Well, I don't know. Maybe it does. Let's try it. 3 goes in the first one. So that gives me 8. And then here I am again doing this division. Let's see if 3 works. 3 goes into 25. 8. Subtract, bring down. Oh, yep, 85. And does anything go into 85 other than, no, that's it. That's it. Okay, so I multiply my numerators, I multiply my denominators, and then I simplified, aka put in lowest terms. Now that's the general math method. Now we're going to do the same problem using the algebraic method, and it's a little easier in my opinion, but that's just an opinion. Easy is an opinion. Some people think English is easy. I don't think so. I think it has to do with my southern upbringing. Just math, y'all. It's, it is what it is. Okay, so this one says factor the numerator and denominator. This is a little different. Factor means what times what is 16? Well, 16 is 4 times 4 and then times 3. So that's going to give me 2 times 2 times 2 times 2 times 3. There's my numerator. Now 51. Let me do the 10. The 10 is 2 times 5. I got that. But 51, I do have to think about. So I think 2 doesn't, but maybe 3. Let me try. I do have to go to scratch paper. It is happening. 3 times 17. It doesn't matter the order that you write them in. Okay, and so now I factored my numerator and then I cancel out the commons. Cancel out the common factors. So if you'll notice, you've got common factors of a 2 over a 2, okay, and a 3 over a 3, and those cancel out or they make 1, and there we are, and that's it. So when I put it all back together, that gives me 8, 2 times 2 times 2. And that's 4 times 2, which is 8. And then my denominator is 17 times 5. 5, 6, 85. So, same answer. And there we go. Now, if you'll notice, I want you to see something. 2 and 3 and 2 and the 3. Is that a coincidence? Yes. Now, some people like to cross cancel. I didn't do that part, did I? Let's go back up here and do cross cancel. That's the easiest way, but that's kind of what we did here. Some people did cross canceling. Some people saw that 2 went into both of those. That this was 2 times 8 and 2 times 5, so they canceled out the 2's. And then maybe you saw that this was 3 times 17 and cancel out the 3's, and that gives you 8 over 85 as well. It's just several different ways to do this, okay? And a calculator will do it for you. So there you go. All right, divide fractions. This is really important. To divide by a fraction, you got to flip, also called this reciprocal, the second fraction and then multiply. And you can use either procedure for multiplying, it doesn't matter. And most people are like, why in the heck do you do this? It's kind of like divide, divide, divide again. And there's 3 divisions going on, and kind of like if you do 3 divisions, well, you want to just make it short and do 2, just do a multiplication kind of thing. I don't know. So yeah, it's kind of crazy, but it's just math, y'all. Don't worry about it. It's just math. Here we go. So to divide by a fraction, you flip the second one and use either procedure for multiplying. So if I do 3 divided by 1/2, that's going to be 3 times, flip the 1/2, 2 over 1. It's 3 over 1, and that's going to give me 6 over 1, which is just 6. Okay? And if I were to do, say, 10 divided by 2, well, that's not dividing by fractions, but yeah, it still works though. It did, yeah. That would be 10 times 1/2, which would be 10 over 2, which would be 5, which we know that's what it is. So we flip the second one and multiply. Okay, you can also do, say, 3/5 divided by 2/7. Flip the second one and then multiply. And this one does not simplify, so that's it. All right. Okay. Whew. Tired, y'all. We'll come back. Take a break. Take a break. We're going to come back and do common denominator and add and subtract fractions.